Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. Okay, now this poor vehicle. I'll tell you one thing though, this vehicle, whenever it's done, it's getting a proper burial. It has served me so well, you know. But what I was saying was particularly, I can't really tell where I'm at. It's one of those things you get hung up on a snowbank up here, man. You're gonna be up here for like 3 days before somebody finds you. You know, and that's if you're on the road. You know? Actually, there's probably about 3 people per day come back here. I'm one of them. The other guy's cut. I didn't hear him cutting back there, so maybe he's not there today. It's hard to say. But yeah. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something along the lines in the last video of, yeah, getting my pelts to auction. Okay, basically I doubt all of them are going to make it to auction. I thought for sure I'd have a beaver in there today. I don't know what's going on there, but if you add it up, okay, trapping starts for me October 25th for most things. Everything's in by the 31st, and it's done for most things by the end of March 31st. A lot of things are, except for muskrat, they go right into like April 15th, but there'd be no reason to trap muskrat that late. They wouldn't be worth a damn, you know what I mean? Like, so you'd just be caught for maybe conservation or food. I don't know why you trap muskrat that late, but for some reason they really have the province has a hatred for muskrats, and you can trap them the longest. Poor muskrats. I'd love to have a muskrat as a pet. It'd be kind of cool, but you know, you'd have to put them somewhere where they chew everything up. But anyway, I digress. So I'm gonna just peel off some speed. The roads are not bad because they're plowed, but they get a glaze on them there, and you just slide right to the bottom. And it wouldn't be bad if it was straight. You know, when it's not straight though, again, I've talked in previous videos, like the reason why I'm so cautious on this road is because it's so deceiving. It's just enough of a grade, maybe about 10 degrees or so the whole way down, most of the way down, and you get a false sense of security. Oh, the roads are good, the roads are good. Then you go to touch the brakes and you slide right into I don't know how many vehicles I've pulled off this road over the years and helped people. It's like, oh yeah, there was one here one time, two there one time. You know, it's like, and all the roads back here are like that. So you just like, yeah, especially like right here, it's like, it's about, you know, 15 degrees. The camera doesn't pick it up, but anyway, like as soon as you start sliding, you know, you're going to start building speed pretty quick, and there's a nice big lake right at the end of that. You know, you get to wreck your vehicle on the trees first, and you know, get some glass in your face and then you get to go and drown under the ice there. So yeah, this is why I take this road so cautiously, and of course there's a curve right here. So but anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so you start when you start your trapping to when you're done, it's roughly I'm just ballparking it here, around 180 days of trapping, about half a year if you really think about it. It's almost you know, what is that, 4 or 5, almost 6 months of trapping. So you know, you're about half the year trapping. That's not bad. I don't go early season. Okay, this year I got stuff out, but I didn't really put a big push on it early season, although I got lucky with the otters. But if you got 10 furs, okay, that's like a capture every 12 days. I basically 120 days is what I'm trapping. It's about 120 days of trapping. So that's January, February, all of December. There's 90 days, or 93 days, or 92 days, whatever it is. No, 90 days. It'd be 9 days because, you know, February has 28. And then October, or sorry, December. We'll say all of December. Next year will be December 15th, so it'll be even less. But if you add it up fur per day's trapping, if you catch 10 furs in 120 days, that's a fur every 10 days, right? So that's not that great. But you know, it's not that you're catching them every 10 days. So when you get a prolonged time where you don't catch anything, and then you get 2 or 3 captures in one day. Remember, I've only got 4 traps out, conibears out on these dams, and now only 1. So like next year, I'll have like a blitzcrank, a real blitzcrank. The other beaver house, I had 3 out at a time, or yeah, I only had 3 out at a time. So that's also adds to the less captures, right? The more traps you have out, the more potential you have, right? But because I wasn't well set up and whatever, you know, like next year I'll have all the houses, like I say, marked, you know, where the entrances are, where the dam begins and the water line ends, and, you know, whatever, all that stuff, just for safety. So then I can put out 4 or 5 traps in an area like there. Like there, it's like really deceiving where the dam is. You can sort of tell where the dam is, but you don't know where the edge of the dam is. I mean, the dam could be this wide or could be this wide, right? You don't know. And again, you know, just for safety reasons, it's not worth your life to catch a couple of furs. Where I fell in the other day, it was only up to my waist, but you know, 2 feet down could be 9 feet deep. And you saw yesterday when I opened up the ice how quick, after a snowfall, how quick it fills in that hole. You'd never find the hole coming back up. So you got to know where these things are. It's not worth the risk. But getting back to what I was saying, if you could catch a fur, let's say every 5 days, so that'd be 24 furs for the year, which is not very much. That's still hobby trapping. You're not a you know, I say like 30 to 40. Hey, where'd that snowbank come from? 30 to 40 furs. Now you're starting to get into, we'll say 30 to 50 furs. You're starting to get into, like, from hobby trapper to income supplement, right? 50 furs, 60 furs, you're starting to go from supplement to, you know, half partial income. 60 to 100 furs, you're starting to get into a yearly income. Okay, 100 furs and up, you are a professional trapper. You know what I mean? Now, can I catch 100 furs? Yes, I can. Am I set up to do it? No, I'm not. That's why, again, you gotta do what you can manage. Next year, I will be managing much better. I'll have a heated area where I can work on stuff. I'll have, you know, it doesn't have to be like bombing hot in there, just enough to keep the minus 25 off me and stuff like that. Because you can't work in minus 25, like you just simply can't. You know, Gerald. So that's kind of how it works, right? So right now I've got 16 furs, 13 of which for sure, 14 are going to probably, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to count my furs today because I'm a little bit scrambled. Do I got 14 or 16 furs? I'm pretty sure I got 16 furs. My goal was to send up 18 furs. And I don't think that's going to happen because I don't think they're going to be dry enough and I have to catch 2 more furs to make it happen. So, but if I could send up 16, that's pretty close. My other goal was at least 4 furs a week per trapping. Now I haven't accomplished that yet. But at 16 furs, you know, basically that's 12 furs is a capture every 10 days. So I'm at the 10-day mark per fur. You know, so that's not bad for amateur trapping. You know, like professional trapping and amateur trapping is really about scale. You know, more than, like, once you know how to do it, okay, like, you guys can clearly see I know how to trap. You know, like, I'm not tooting my own horn or bragging or anything. I just, you know, I know how to do it. You know, like, I know how to catch stuff. And I also realized my mistakes early on. And I also learn how to learn that, learning the stuff you don't know. And you never know everything. You never know everything. But you can find a system that works fairly well. You'll do okay. Now, that said, my goal is to catch at least a fur every, if I can, my goal this year is very low. You know, like 30 some odd furs. 39 furs is kind of like my overall target. So that'd be like the first half, which is now 18 furs, in the second half 18 furs, right? That'd be, if I could catch that, that'd be a good income supplement, borderline, you know. I mean, obviously all my traps and everything have paid for themselves over the years, and I haven't invested much this year. The most costly thing was probably going to be the fuel. So I got to catch a few more furs before I start going into the, you know, like, not into the red, but, you know, you're losing your gains. You know, if you're going to burn all your, like I say, you catch a beaver once every 10 days, which is not very good. Then what you end up with is a situation that any money you would have made, you've burnt it all up in fuel, so you don't make anything, you know. You don't lose anything, but you don't make anything. And my goal is to make money. that's one of the advantages going on foot. Almost missed my driveway. Have to do more shoveling today. Whew, I guess I'll park here. It's like slide in. There you go. Do that. And yeah, so my goal is 5, so I got to catch at least 24 furs to get to a capture every 5 days. But I think right now, like, I mean, I'm halfway there, so I'm very close to my goals. I wanted to catch at least 4 furs a week minimum. That would be really good for, you know, the entire 18 or 20 weeks of trapping. If you managed to like, you know, average that out. So let's say you catch 7 furs 1 week and 3 the next and whatever. But if it would work out for a week, that would be very profitable for me. But, you know, we're at the hump of the seas. Well, actually, no, I got about a month and a half left. That's it. And then after that, the furs aren't really worthwhile trapping. So that's where I'm at, and I'm going to go with that. So anyway, I got to check my other line now. There we go.